Wow, twins. Get your arm in there. Why do they...
It's too big.
Look, guys, I even have socks on them.
Good job, Mom.
When I put in my Instagram story, or asked what you guys wanted to see, everyone wanted to see a Q&A with Auntie Jillian, so hopefully there's some good ones. How did y'alls meet? There was one and it was like, have you ever been interested in the same guy?
That's how we met.
First, okay, so Jillian hated me, which I didn't know that she hated me. And
wait, I was a camper at that point. That
Okay,
was like
yeah,
my
yeah.
last year at this camp as a camper. And then the year after I was going to be a counselor.
yeah, so like we had never met, and I just randomly decided to be a counselor at this summer camp one summer.
I was there at like the first week, and then I went back.
She was there at the beginning, and then I didn't start working until like midway through the summer. And there was this guy that was working there.
And before I even met her, he brought me on a date.
I got there later in the summer, and he like started hitting on me kind of. And so then at the end of the summer, Jillian came back as a camper, and I was a counselor, and the guy was still there. And she hated me because
You can't help
like
that.
the guy was
Here.
hitting on me, and like they had a
He
thing.
brought me on a date.
But I didn't know about them, and she knew about me and him. But like I never even kissed him.
Yeah, I did.
But yeah,
Wait, guys, he was my first kiss ever. That's embarrassing.
it would have been my first kiss ever too. Wait, that's what I know. He tried to kiss me.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yes, okay. That's how we met. Next question.
Well, then the next year,
Oh,
like,
yeah, yeah.
she came back as a counselor, and I came back as a counselor, and we literally became best friends,
Yeah.
like, the day we met.
But like I didn't know, so I didn't know that she
So I
didn't
told her
like
all
me.
of that
Yeah,
stuff.
I didn't know that stuff. Well, so a girl that worked, she was like, she said to the guy one time when we were together, she was like, Jillian, you're like upsetting Jillian. And I was like, wait, what? And then that's how I kind of knew, but I didn't really know anything other than that.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, the next summer, how did we
How
actually
did you-
become friends though?
I came up to you, like, the first day. It was
Oh, yeah,
pouring
I
out,
was
and you were in the
surprised.
rec hall. And I was like, you have something in your hair.
So I was a major hippie. I don't even remember this, but we talked about it the other day. But I used to put like little tiny braids in my hair because I didn't brush my hair.
She's like, oh, it's just a surprise braid. I was like, oh, cool.
But yeah.
Oh, are
And
you
then
joking?
we became best friends.
And then we told all the campers, like 300 kids, that we were twins.
Yeah, and we convinced, like we had like wow, twins. Like we like lick our lips or something, and then like we had like our whole backstory about how we were twins and all this stuff, and we convinced all the campers that we were twins.
Yeah.
Which like we can sell it because we convinced the whole world that we were twins too.
Yeah. When's our birthday?
June 20th. What was Jillian's reaction to you being pregnant?
Well, she didn't tell me for a very long time. Like after Christmas. And so she was like 5 or 6 months pregnant.
Yeah, I got pregnant in July.
Mom didn't even tell me about you.
I didn't tell anyone, like I literally kept it a secret, which like we had been hanging out that whole summer because we were dating.
Like my boyfriend, his friend, like I was living with my boyfriend, and his friend came to live with us, and he was like, do you have a cute friend? And I was like, I'm the perfect girl for you. And then Maya broke his heart.
Relax.
A few times.
Yikes. But yeah, that's how, so we would like all summer, because they were best friends, like our boyfriends were best friends.
Yeah.
And so like the four of us, well, your boyfriend was never around, but you, me, and
My boyfriend's best friend.
yeah, would always
Hung
hang out. So that summer we had hung out like all the time, and then I got pregnant and I literally just stopped talking to everyone.
Literally didn't talk to me for like
Well, we were
months.
supposed to have lunch one day, like right when I got pregnant, and I was going to tell her. And I like, because I was really, really sick my whole pregnancy, so I had to take nausea meds all the time to be able to do anything without throwing up. And that morning, I like forgot to take them, and so I was throwing up all morning, and so I texted her and I was like, I am sick. And
But
so,
I didn't like think anything of it,
Yeah.
so I was like, okay, like whatever.
Well, I was literally gonna tell her, and then I was like, whatever, we'll just get lunch a different time. And
And then I texted her, So my boyfriend's friend moved out. And then I texted her and I was like, he's moving back in. And she was like, I actually have to tell you something. I'm pregnant. And I was like, yeah, okay. And she's like, no, for real. And just sends me an ultrasound picture. She goes, oh, by the way, it's twins. And I was like, what? So then I made her come over and...
We went to lunch.
Yeah.
And you still couldn't even tell.
No, you couldn't tell.
Except when I like lift my shirt up. What did you think when I was pregnant?
I was so excited. When she told me it was twins, I was like, wow, one for her, one for me. This is perfect. I don't even have to have kids.
I was afraid for you to tell your mom.
Why?
I don't know. I thought she was going to be disappointed.
My mom literally is obsessed with them.
Which, like, I didn't even care about what my parents thought, but I was, like, actually worried about her telling her mom. Because she's, like, my second mom. And I was, like, scared.
My mom loves them.
She loves
them.
Yeah. Story of Jillian meeting the babies for the first time.
Ow. Well, it was COVID when they were born. So, like, obviously I... She pulled the article out. That was rude, sis.
Be nice.
So I obviously, like...
I was a freak. Like, I was so scared about COVID.
Which, like, totally understandable.
Like,
I would have been, too.
Yeah, and it was, like... It was still before, like now I feel like people are just like, oh, whatever. But, like,
yeah.
it
and,
was
like,
still,
I
like...
was vaccinated and stuff, but I still, like, you can carry it.
Yeah. And I was, well, especially with them being preemie. I mean, any newborn baby, but then them being preemies. Like, I just got out of the hospital. I didn't want to go back into the hospital. And, yeah, I was really, really nervous about that. And, like, but, yeah.
But the first time I came over, I, like, had a mask on. Because I didn't know. Like, I didn't want to make her uncomfortable. So she's like, take your mask off. And I was like, okay. And then she literally went like this.
And
just
mind you,
but
they're
they were, like this big. And I was like, I'm gonna break her. She's like, no, you won't. And it was Violet. I didn't even hold Scout that day.
Yeah.
I was so scared. But we went on a little walk, and I put her in, like, the wrap. And she was so tiny.
They were, like
the tiniest baby I have ever held in my whole life.
Will you guys shotgun a White Claw? No.
This summer.
Can you tell the babies apart?
Yeah.
How do you tell them apart?
They don't look like. Scout has a big head, and her cheeks are different. Violet's just a little baby.
She's tiny.
She's so tiny. And they have very different personalities.
Yeah.
And Scout's belly button looks like a cinnamon roll.
This one?
Yeah.
Did Jillian know who the baby daddy was when you told her you were pregnant?
Yeah.
You knew who he was?
Well, I knew of him. Like,
Did I tell you that I hooked up with him?
Yeah. You told me that you were, like, hooking up with him, and I was like, oh. And then you said you were pregnant, and I was like, oh.
Yikes. The craziest thing we've ever done together. I feel like we don't do crazy things.
Unless we're drunk.
But even then, well, the only crazy things we do, we probably shouldn't talk about.
Yeah, we won't talk about it. Yeah.
Who's more confrontational? You.
Me.
I'm like so.
Maya won't say anything, and I'm like, okay, let's beat this guy up at the bar.
Okay, wait. We should tell the story about the one time we went to the bar. We were bar hopping, like a few months ago.
Okay.
Okay, we get to this bar. So
so there's like a bunch of bars in like where I live, and Maya is scared of my town, and I'm like,
for good reasons.
Not really, but like I've lived there my whole life. Like nothing bothers me anymore. So I'm like, Maya, let's bar hop. Like I'm showing you all of these dive bars. So we get to this one, and this guy comes.
Thank God I had already had a few drinks because.
Wait, so tell them about that guy.
Okay, wait. First of all, we walk in, and these two like 40-year-old probably women come up to us. Neither of them have teeth. And, like, so like whatever, things happen. But the reason they don't have teeth is because they're meth heads. And
but they tell Maya, they're like, oh, like usually we look better.
They're like, we're so sorry that we look like this.
We don't have teeth because we're vegetarians. And I was like, how do you crunch your carrots?
Makes sense. But anyways, so then I'm sitting there, and this guy comes up to me, and like he was sitting at the end of the bar, like he's a regular at this creepy bar that we're at, and he has like a long beard, like probably hasn't showered in like weeks, and like disgusting. And he comes up and he like points to this other disgusting guy that's sitting at the end of the bar, and he's like, "Is that your daddy?" And I was like,
"Yeah."
"Yeah."
Goes, "Yeah." And he walks away.
He just walks away. And then these two ladies that like don't have teeth, they were like, "Why would you say that to him? Like, what if he's a creep?" I don't know. I was like, I can guarantee he's a creep. I don't know why she was freaking out about it. But then anyways, so we're like ready to go to the next bar. We have a drink there. We're ready.
My friend Amber was with us.
Mm-hmm. And like we go out to Jillian's car, and like Jillian and I go out, and then Amber comes out, and these two ladies are
following
her. And
she was just trying to be nice, and she's like, "Oh, like you guys should go to this other bar." They thought I was going to give them a ride, so they're like trying to pile in my car, and I was like, "Oh, like."
Which she literally lived out of her car, like all her entire life. Yeah.
My entire life.
Like all your clothes and
my whole life was in my car at that point. So I was like, "I'm sorry, like I really don't have any room in my car," and they like wanted to fight me.
Like they were like, "No, just tell us if you don't want." She doesn't want us in her car. She doesn't want.
And I was like, "No, you guys, like all my school stuff
like
is
literally
in here.
look
like,
in the car.
You can't crush my school stuff. Like I'm sorry." And they were pissed.
And I thought that they were gonna follow up because we told them what bar we were going to, so I like thought that they were gonna get a ride to that bar and pick us up. Also, and then we got to the other bar, and Jillian had forgotten her wallet.
No, it fell off. So it like clips onto my keys. It was just like a little like ID holder thing, and it wasn't on my keys. And I was like, "Oh my god!" So I made them go back to this bar with me, and we pull up, and the guy who asked if the other guy was her daddy is outside
punching the air.
Punching the air. And Maya's like, "You need to hurry up." And that's when I almost got arrested.
Oh yeah. Let's not even get into that story. Good times.
Good times. But yeah.
It's like, show us the oldest picture you have of you two. When you're at college.
Yeah. And I went to visit her because my high school boyfriend broke up with me, and I was like,
I feel like,
"Do you guys want to see me as a baby?" So cute. So cute. I had face paint on because you just do what you want at camp.
This is from camp.
Yeah. We had like stuffed like balls in our boobs.
Yeah, so this guy that went to the
Wait. So Maya was a virgin. Can I say that? Maya was a virgin when she went to college. And like all throughout camp, I like would try to get her to tell me stuff, and she's like, "I just don't talk about that." And I was like, "Why?"
I literally hadn't even I had kissed a boy, but I hadn't like made out with a boy before college.
So like, and I had a boyfriend of like a year. So like, but I was like, "Dude, you're like my best friend. Tell me about your life. This is what we do." And she wouldn't. So then I went to visit her at her college, and she told me about this guy that she lost her virginity to. So then my friend rents an apartment like in my backyard, basically in my backyard from my dad. And so he's like, "Oh, my friend's renting it with me. Like, you should come over, like, see the place, whatever. Like, we'll have a couple drinks." So I was like, "Okay." So he's like, "Oh, this is my friend," says his name, and I was like, "Oh, hey." And then in my mind, I was like, "Hey, do you know Maya Knight?" And he's like, "Yeah." Like,
but he
didn't know.
He didn't know that he was my first.
So I said to my friend, I was like, "Dude, like, your best friend took Maya's virginity." He's like, "No, he didn't." And I was like, "Yes, he did."
Okay, but also, she sent me a Snapchat. I was sleeping when this happened. She sent me a Snapchat, and I opened at like 3 a.m, and like I was like, "Wow, that really looks like that guy." And then the next morning, and I forgot about it the next morning because I was still like sleeping when she sent it to me. And the next day, she called me, and she's like, "Did you see my Snap last night?" And I had completely forgotten about it. And I was like, "Wait, that really looks like that guy." And you're like,
and I was like, "It is. He rents an apartment from my dad." Like, so ironic.
So weird. It's so weird. And now I see him at the bar every weekend. Yikes. How many boyfriends have I had that you don't like? I don't think I even had any boyfriends.
Wait. Okay, well,
Oh wait, yeah.
we'll say boyfriends as like people you talk to too.
Yeah.
Obviously, their dad. That's just a no-brainer. At first, I liked
The last one I
the
had?
last one, but then towards the end, I was like,
Red flag.
Shoot.
Flag.
I didn't really know him.
Yeah. He was just like, so she said
He
my
was
first
like
boyfriend,
a
my first like
hockey boy.
real boyfriend. Yeah, he was nice. It just, he wasn't like, it wasn't gonna last forever. He was just my first boyfriend.
And then like the guy that I set her up with, my ex-boyfriend's best friend, I love him still.
I love him still.
I know. No, he's literally a better guy than my ex-boyfriend. Like,
Way better.
yeah.
He's
But-
like, yeah, he
No,
would do
he's
anything
such a good
for
guy.
me. Like he would still do anything for me. Do you picture yourself living near each other forever? I'm like, have snot coming out of my nose. I mean, to some extent, yeah.
Yeah.
Like we're never gonna go, even if we don't live near each other, we're like,
We FaceTime every single day.
yeah, and like,
Regardless.
and
we live a half hour away from each other
yeah.
right now.
And then like, even if she lived somewhere else, I would like go and visit her all the time.
Yeah. And like, I plan on like doing like travel nursing for a year or two probably.
And I would literally, like if she went somewhere where I wanted to go, I would move there with her.
Yeah.
Biggest argument. We have never even gotten into an argument.
No. We just call each other out on stuff.
Yeah.
Like, but we don't argue about it. Like, I tell Maya when I think she's being stupid, and she just takes it, and she tells me when I'm being stupid, which is a lot. Favorite thing about each other?
I don't like you, so.
Yeah, same. My favorite thing about you is probably you had twins.
Maya. There's so many Maya. Would you ever consider being a nurse? Hell no.
Maya's not sympathetic.
I'm not sympathetic. I hate like bodily functions. I hate like death. Death is my biggest fear. I can never imagine like wiping some old man's butt. Like that literally grosses me out so much.
Guys, this one time, so I was like wiping a butt, and this guy turns to me and goes, "You do this a lot?" And I was like,
Ew, I can't deal with creepy men.
see, like, I was like, yeah, every day. Like, I like really tried to let it go, but in my mind, I was like, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this.
Okay, how did Jillian feel about your baby daddy before you were pregnant?
I never met him. And if I were to meet him, I probably wouldn't have liked him.
That was, the other night was the first time you ever saw him.
Yeah, so New Year's Eve, we were at this bar, and she says to me, he's like...
And I knew that he was gonna be there, and I like didn't want to go to that bar because I knew that he was gonna be at that bar. And
But I wanted to see someone there. And yeah, we won't get into that. But she goes, "That's so-and-so, like that's my baby daddy." And I was like, I'm gonna kill him. Like fully prepared to get in a full-blown fight, probably get arrested. She wouldn't let me. And he saw us and booked it out there.
As soon as he saw me, he was like, skirt. Do you guys love each other?
Gross. What is love? Yes. I love Maya. You're disgusting.
Who is the lightweight between you? You.
Me. Have you seen my TikToks? Claire and I got drunk off 2 margaritas the other night.
I can drink a lot.
Stay at home wife.
Do we have the same taste in men?
No.
Absolutely not. We've hooked up with a lot of the same men.
Not a lot.
How many? 1.
2.
2. The one is my type. The other one, actually, they're both my type, and they both aren't your type.
Well, the first, like,
Yeah.
he was back then.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't really have a type. If you guys know me and know my boyfriends, I do not have a type.
Yeah.
They're all so different.
Very different. Well, you have like an ideal type. I have a type.
I I just want a cowboy with blue eyes. If you have blue eyes and you're a cowboy and you're over like 5'10".
Wait. You have to describe my type.
Okay,
first.
Maya's type. Tall.
Wait. We're gonna describe each other's types.
Okay. Maya has been going for short boys, but that's not her type, so she doesn't actually like them.
It's not because they're short. I mean,
but like Maya likes a tall, like beefy guy.
yeah, like I like a big, like I like guys that are like double my size.
Yeah, and who can protect her. If someone...
Because I'm scared of men.
Yeah, so am I, honestly. But, I don't know. Sometimes you like long hair, and
I'm over long hair.
Like,
I always used to like
not like this long hair.
My two like serious boyfriends that I've had both had
like
long hair.
To their shoulders.
Yeah.
I feel like you like smart guys.
They have to be like,
but also like adventurous.
yeah.
Like if you sit at home and play video games.
Which both of my boyfriends. That was my.
Maya would text me and be like, he's sitting there playing video games. I can't stand
it.
it.
Makes my fucking blood boil.
But yeah, what's my type?
Your type is like boys that look like they're 12 years old. No, not really.
No,
well, like
you
baby
like,
face.
You like hairy
I like
guys,
hairy.
and I don't.
She likes like blonde hair, blue eyes, like hairless boys. That are like...
They're so cute.
I mean, they're...
No.
She likes, like, she has like... I don't know. I just like... I like guys that like have beards.
Well, I like beards. My last boyfriend had a beard. Don't give me that look. That was like the most manly looking guy that I had been with. But
not the most. He was very mean.
Yeah, I know. He was so mean to me.
I don't know how he and my boyfriend were friends.
I lived with him for a year and a half, and like, I don't know.
Oh, thanks. You got a hair. Do you guys get mistaken as twins? Literally everywhere we go, especially if we're holding the babies. Like, and even in the airport, I think like 3 different people were like, "Oh, are you guys twins too?"
Yeah. Or like when we climbed the mountain.
Yeah.
So many people asked us.
People
and finally
think that
we
we're
just
twins
started
all the
saying
time.
yes.
Yeah.
Their dad.
Who has a higher body count?
Don't even say that.
You want?
What's your favorite outdoor activity? People come for me about this.
Your outdoor activity? Oh, because you...
My dad raised me to go hunting, and...
We're country girls. Yeah, we should just end it. There's no more questions. We've answered all the good questions. Here. Say bye. Say bye. Oh, that's cute.